Pisces, good morning, good afternoon, good night. I don't know when you're watching this, but I'm making this on a beautiful morning, and I'm so happy to be connecting with you right now in this weird way, because we don't know when right now is, but I don't want to get into talking about the mysteries of time. This is your February 2021 tarot reading. How are you guys doing, first of all? Tell me in the comments. Second of all, do you have a question to ask? Do you have an intention to set? Do you have a desire that is bubbling up inside of you that you are curious to explore? Take some time to focus on any of those things or something else that I didn't mention. And that is what I intend for this reading to reflect back to you. Some of this will resonate, some of it won't, and that's really okay, because we all may be Pisces, but we're also all different, and guys, we're not leading the same life. Newsflash. Take what is meant for you and graciously leave the rest for others. I am so curious to see what Spirit has to say. I'm about to tune in now as I shuffle, but before I do so, I also just want to thank you so much. Again, did I already thank you for being here? Also, thank you to those of you who have liked and subscribed. It means so much to me to see this community, this very little baby community still growing. Every time I get an email that someone subscribed or someone commented or someone liked a video, it just makes my heart explode. So thank you for exploding my heart. Let's take a deep dive into February. Pisces, this is beautiful. It's just really a beautiful message for February for you. You are re-envisioning your world right now. And I say your world because it is your world. Pisces, you get very lost in the macro sometimes. I think you get lost in both the macro and the micro. You are, being the 12th sign, you're closest to the heavens. And it's really easy to often lose yourself, I think, thinking about so much happening outside of yourself, so much happening in the world outside you. But this isn't really about the world outside you. This is about the world. This is about your world. That's just like, interpret that as you will. This is about your world. I think it's largely about your inner world too, and the relationship between the inner world that you're creating and how that's creating your outer world. You are 1 foot in, 1 foot out, into a portal that is, it's a doorway into this new adventure for you, this new adventure moving forward, moving closer to what you want, because we have fire here, we have wands. You have planted these wands in the ground, you have planted these seeds. You are firm about what it is that you want right now. And you can imagine better than any other sign. You can see it so clearly in your mind's eye that you have the feelings of what it is to be at that place, to be to have the success already, to have achieved that desire already, to be where you want to be already. You really are powerful in having that eagle vision, that bird's eye view of the full picture of what you want to create and your part in it. I'm seeing a Pisces, I don't know why this is important to say this, but your vision really is going two ways in February. It's like you really are introspective, but then you're really able to see the big picture in a way that is allowing for like duality that I think a lot of people are missing right now. People I think are either completely losing themselves in the world, in the news, or they are so focused on the micro, so revolving around the minutia of their daily lives that they're not holding space for both, and both are a part of this existence. You are very aware of both right now, and you are aware of the magic that binds those two things. You see everything as a puzzle and how it all fits together, and that is empowering you in how you envision your world, your future, and the future of the world as well. That was rambly, but I don't know, there's something there. I hope that whoever that was for, please share. So as you are envisioning this, as you are visualizing where you want to go, the world that you want to create, a crucial part of that is judging your inner mysteries appropriately, gently, in a way that serves this vision that you have. No one else can judge what is inside you except for you. No one else can go to the depths that you can go inside yourself and see the things that are unseen to everyone else. Only you can look at your inner wildness and decide what it means. Only you can look at that inner wildness, that inner world that is so full of like, that just doesn't fit within the rules of the world around you. It defies so much logic when we go as deep as you go, Pisces, this February. You are going High Priestess deep this February. You are facing uncertainty that most people would rather just keep the door closed on, because the uncertainty, the mystery, the irrationality, the emotional life that defies rules of our physical life, that scares a lot of people. So they actively keep that door closed. They actively keep the veil between them. We know this, and yet we think that, other people can see those deep parts of ourselves and are judging those parts of ourselves. It's like we think everyone has the X-ray vision into our spirits, our souls, that we have, and they don't. Only you have that vision, Pisces. Only you can look inside yourself and really see, not just see, but acknowledge. Come up with a system loyal to your own beliefs, your own doctrine, to discern what those inner mysteries mean, to weigh the values of everything, the storm that's happening all at the root of all of us. The very deepest part of us that defies the logic of this world, because us at our core, we are not of this world. So we'll never be able to measure what is at our core by the rules of this world. And again, that is scary to most people, because there is a level of like lack of control, lack of understanding, lack of certainty. It's scary to face that. It's scary to face the divine. brings a whole new meaning to like God-fearing. But the divine, the otherworldliness of our true essence, of your true essence, Pisces, is, it sometimes makes our human brains hurt when we're trying to figure things out, we're trying to understand, or even worse, when we're looking at it and observing it, because we are facing our true essence with a body, a brain, which is a tool of this world. And the more you do that, Pisces, instead of looking at that, examining that deepest part of yourself with, sorry, let me scratch that. Let me start that over. As long as you examine that deepest part of yourself with your human brain, it will feel messy. You won't know how to judge it. You will be concerned with how it looks to other people. You will be self-conscious. You will tell yourselves incorrect stories about what it means that maybe don't serve you. But if you're able to look at that part of yourself with wisdom, which does not live in the brain, wisdom comes from that place. It's the difference between intelligence and wisdom. It's the difference between logic and wisdom. It's the difference between knowledge and knowing. The knowing, the great knowing. You need to put on your other eyes in order to look at that deep part of yourself. And only then are you able to really assess what that means. Fairly and truthfully. Because your worldly way of understanding your otherworldly inner self is leading to judgments about yourself that aren't true. It's making you so much less than you are, so much smaller than you are. It's not another human being that judges these people. It's an angel. When you look at yourself, Pisces, when you look at your life, when you look at your past up until this point, when you, and I'm talking about past, this is all high priestess past and present. It's like not just your actions, not just your choices you've made up until this point, but really deep introspection into your past. It's like you're looking at the past, but you're looking at your deep self in the past. You're asking hard questions. You're looking at your conditioning. You're looking at the pain and suffering that has shaped you. You're looking at the joy that's shaped you. Are you doing that as your human self? Or are you doing it as your angel self? Because doing it as the angel self is what will liberate you. Doing it as your angel self, judging yourself as your angel self, judging yourself, in other words, as your higher self, is the only way you will come to conclusions, be able to close the book on assessments that serve the future you want to create, that serve your world that you want to create. Your desires, your goals, your dreams. This is also the only way to hold space for what I'm hearing. I mean, the High Priestess is so much about duality too, Pisces, and it's almost like there's an imbalance right now between, you're trying to choose between your worldly and your otherworldly self. And whenever you try to put yourself in one of those boxes, you suffer, because you don't live either place. Even on this plane, Pisces, you are always floating in between. You are always in between the world and in between heaven. That is why sometimes you feel like you belong somewhere else and you don't belong here. But it's also why you feel like you belong everywhere here. I feel like I'm gonna cry, but I think this is a really important message for you. So what I'm trying to say there is that holding space for the duality of what you really are. You're two fishes, not just one. You are heaven and earth. You are always, you are by nature in the middle. If you are trying to judge yourself based on either being one or the other, then you will feel conflict. You will always feel that tug of the fish swimming in opposite directions. Judging your inner other world, which is really what it is, your inner other world, in a way that supports your outer world, is what brings you peace. That is what will be bringing you peace in February, Pisces. It's only honoring both that centers you. Otherwise, you feel off kilter. You feel like something is wrong. You feel in conflict. So assess that inner other world as the angel that you are, as the highest self that you are, so that you can support your ego self in this simulation here on Earth. This is for your survival, Pisces. This is a big lesson in February that you are learning that will serve you for the rest of your life. This is how you exist in this lifetime. This is how you not only survive this lifetime, this is how you thrive in this lifetime. This is not something to be taken lightly. This is something that deserves great attention and care. And you haven't really been properly judging, assessing the history of your inner other world. Everything that has happened in that deep, wild place in you. Up until this point, that needs to be looked at. And you need to decide what the story is about it that will liberate you from the purgatory that maybe you have found yourself in. So much of this is about duality, like literally 1 foot in, 1 foot out, being in purgatory, waiting for judgment, High Priestess between these two pillars. This is so... It's like saying your natural place actually is in that middle place. But it's only when you allow, you hold space for both options. You're not in the middle space feeling like you need to choose. Because choosing won't serve you. Being in the middle place is where you belong. but you're touching both extremes. You're also in both extremes. It's only as soon as you think you need to decide between one or the other, you need to decide that your past is good or bad, black or white, up until this point. It's only then that you get yourself into trouble. Pisces, this is huge, and I would love to hear, I know that we were talking a lot in this reading just about kind of big meta things. I would love to hear how this looks specifically for you in your life. What are the details of this experience, this gift that you are going through in February? This is really powerful. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your attention and vulnerability. I'm so grateful to get to connect with you in this way. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please consider it. Also, feel free to share this channel with anyone who you think would appreciate it. Anyone who needs support right now, which I think we all need. I am rooting so hard for you in February, Pisces. I love you, and I'll see you next time.